So I'm in a feud with my new neighbor. We moved into a new house a couple weeks ago, and the other day our dogs escaped our yard. Now, bitch, I've never dealt with this before, so I went from a well-balanced person to fucking feral very quickly. But eventually I realized they escaped through a hole in the back fence. Now, this fence does not belong to us, it belongs to the neighbor behind us. And it's not maintained and dilapidated, and it's like a fucking jungle on the other side, so we had never even seen this person's house. So I ran like a fucking track star around the block to this house, and when I tell you, I've never seen anything like it. Every single window had newspapers, cardboard, or even spray paint so you couldn't see in or out. And it is definitely a hoarder house because I could barely walk on the front porch and the stench, bitch. So I knocked on the door and something that I think is a human man answered and immediately started yelling at me because I did not pay attention to the handwritten note in pink highlighter posted on the front door that basically bans any person from ever knocking. But I quickly said, I live behind you and our dogs escaped our yard through your fence. I was just wondering if you can go in your yard and check to see if they're there. And I showed him a picture of Augie and June. And this man, who probably still has his parents' bodies inside, said, it's not my fucking problem if you can't hold on to your pets, but if I see that husky, I'm going to hold on to him and sell him. The man said he was going to sell my fucking dog. I just said, yeah, it seems like you have a lot of stuff that you hold on to that you're planning on selling in the future. And if you took a personality test, it would come back negative. Then he told me to get off his property and slam the door in my face. Charming. Anyway, we find our dogs somewhere else. But the next day I went to his house to ask him if he would please patch up his fence. He did not answer the door, so I left a note. And days go by with nothing. So yesterday I had it, and I drilled slabs of plywood over the fucked up parts of his fence. Tell me why this morning I woke up with piles of junk in my backyard. So I walk around the block and I knock on the door, and he answers. And he's like, what? And I said, did you throw things over your fence into my backyard? And he said, yes, because I could hear you last night messing around with my fence. I said, yeah, with ears like that, you can probably hear the sun coming up. I'm going to be bringing your trash back to you. And then he slammed the door in my face. Welcome to the neighborhood.